Hello, Internet. It's Jamie. It's Thursday, August 27th. So yesterday, I did a lot of work. I worked until about 2 a.m., 1 a.m., and then I watched the last week's episode of Mr. Robot. If you're not watching that show, you're missing out. It's a pretty good show, although it's pretty predictable, but it's a good show. I buy the episodes on iTunes because um, we cut the cord, we cut cable a couple months ago. It's been awesome. So I have to find where to get these episodes. So I buy them off of iTunes, and it's not the best. Like paying for each episode, it's like, is this really worth $2.99? But for Mr. Robot, it is. But if anybody knows how to get those episodes besides torrenting on all that shit, I know USA. It's on USA Network. It's like the only show I've ever watched from USA. I know that they put up the really old episodes up on their site for free, so like you can get like 3 weeks back or something. But anyway, Mr. Robot. So I worked until about 1 and watched Mr. Robot. I was in Ann Arbor yesterday. And then I got some pretty shitty news. Nothing life or death or serious. Like everybody's healthy, everybody's good. I'd talk about it right now, but I'm still it's still kind of fresh. So I'll talk about it probably tomorrow. Just kind of a shock, but yeah, it kind of bummed me out. From like at nighttime on. So to deal with it, I just kind of coded. But I need to get work done anyway. I'm working on this app for this client that's almost done, and the main interface is email. I think I've talked about this before. And so I was trying to set up a production environment which has like his real email. And most of you probably know this already, but I did not. I thought that maybe you could send email to using Amex records to two separate servers, like if you put the priority the same. Apparently you can't. So we need to send email to, we're using Mandrill to get incoming email. Mandrill has like an API that you can basically say, when I get an incoming email that matches this regex, send it to this API endpoint. And then I'm using Gridler from Thoughtbot. It's a gem. It's really cool. I know Rails can read email and parse it and all that, but Gridler does that all for you. And it basically gives you a controller method with an email parameter. And then you can do what you want with it. So that's really, really cool. So that was pretty easy to set up, but I was thinking all the real emails. So if it's like support email or admin at, or things that you don't want this app to get, that we would just send those to another service. Turns out you can't do that. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to set it up today, is all the email goes into Mandrill. And if it's in, I already have this kind of built out anyway, but if it's in one of those buckets, it's like a reserved word, I'll just forward it on to a subdomain. So, and then like if it's a support at app that I'm working on, I'll forward it to support at email.app. And then in their email clients, they can just reply as. So I think that's how I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna get that working today. And then that should be set up, and I have about 4 more stories to go with that. and I'm planning on finishing up this week because I have to work on, I have to get back. I have a lot of things I want to do at Tatsu. I want to be pretty aggressive on this next push. I worked on that a little bit yesterday. So we have like an observer feature. So you can, let's say you're doing your stand-ups and you have somebody like a manager type, pointy hair boss that wants to see what everybody's working on but doesn't participate in the stand-up. You can add them as an observer. And so we released that to some beta users last week or the beginning of this week, and everybody likes it. The problem is I want to add an invite system to that because I don't want people to spam people that don't want that. So I'm kind of adding the invite system to it right now. I was hoping to have that done yesterday, but with the issues with the other client, just wasn't possible, and that's okay. So hopefully I finish that up today, but I got a lot to do today, so got to get busy to it. Keith is coming in town. He's probably already here at Seed. I'm not at Seed, but he's probably at Seed. So I'm gonna go there. What else? Oh, I watched. So I'm a huge fan of 37 Signals. If you know me, you know that's true. And Jason Fried and Nate Cockney, who took over for High Rise. They have like a new experimental, like Google Hangout podcast thingy that they're doing, and I watched the first one. It was really good. I'll link it up below, so if you want to watch it, you should. Anyway, have a good day. Peace.